Today we'll show you how to revive a dead USB power bank. So what I have here is a compact USB power bank that has been sitting for some time, and now if I plug it in, it doesn't take a charge. There should be a red light on the top here, but the light does not lit up. And if I plug in my phone, doesn't charge my phone. This is another USB power bank that I just revived, and it's working fine now. And I just removed the cover to show you what's inside this power bank. And now I plug it in. There's a red LED light here that lights up. And let me put on the cover here, show you. You can see through the cover the red LED light. Let me turn off the light here so you can see more clearly. There's a red LED there, but this one, when I plug it in, there's no lights, no LED. And also, if I plug in my phone, it will charge my phone. Okay. And this light turns blue, whereas this has absolutely no lights at all and doesn't charge my phone. Let's remove the cover on this thing. It's very easy. You just take a knife blade and try to pry the cover off. There we go. It's very easy. Now let's check on the voltage of the battery here. The battery is permanently attached to the circuit board, and you can see the two terminals here. So let's see how many volts we get out of this terminal. 0.19 volts. That is very low. Should be around 4 volts, right? When it's full. There we go. Same voltage. If I just measure directly on the battery terminal, 0.19 volts. So the reason why this battery goes dead is because it's permanently attached to the circuit board, and then if you let it sit for a while, the circuit board will slowly drain the battery to a point that is too low to take a charge anymore. And this is what we call the phantom load. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find a way to charge this battery without plugging in the USB port here. So I'm just going to bypass the circuit board and charge the battery directly. So there are quite a few ways you can directly charge this battery and raise the voltage of the battery. First one is by using a variable power supply, and you can set it to 4 volts and very low current, maybe about 100 milliamp, and just slowly charge the battery to raise the voltage. You can use a Turnigy balance charger like this one here, and just use to be safe, use a nickel metal hydride option, and it will charge the battery at 1.2 volts, and then you can slowly raise the battery voltage, and then you can use the lithium ion option after the battery voltage is raised. You can also use an old cell phone charger, and they're usually about 5 volts. Just cut the plug right here and strip the wire, and you can get a couple wires of 5 volts and just directly charge the battery. But the easiest and the fastest way for me is to use an 18650 cell. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a couple magnets and just hook it up to my wire, slap on my wire, and then just directly charge the battery. The battery is soldered onto the board by these two terminals here, and if you look hard enough, you see the plus sign here and the negative sign here. So this is a positive terminal, and that's the negative terminal. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to connect the wires from the battery, from this battery. Make sure that you line up the terminals correctly, so negative to negative and positive to positive, otherwise it will be full bar So I'm going to push it down here on the terminal, and here on the terminal on this side. I'm just going to charge it for about 10 seconds. So count to 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now let's check on the voltage of the battery. See what we got here. 1.29 volts. So it's raised just a little bit, but let's see if that's enough to charge the battery right now. So I'm gonna plug in the USB here. There we go. That's just enough to charge the battery. See the LED lights? If I unplug it, it'll be off. There we go. It's charging. Let's see what voltage we have here when it's charging the battery. 2.72 volt, 73, 74. So it's rising quickly. There we go. It's working. Time now is 10:41 a.m. I'll be right back. I've got a USB amp meter here, and I want to see how many amp is flowing through my battery. So let's try and plug this back in. Excellent. 0.79 amp. Right, I am back, and the time is now 12 p.m. Oh, that's funny. 12 on September 12. Well, it's 13 now. Anyway, it's been what, 1.5 hours. It started at around 10:40, so it's been 1.5 hours, and we're at charging at 0.4143 amp. And let's see what battery voltage we got right now. 3.84 volts. So it's about 60% full. We started at around what, 0.8 amp. Now it's 0.4. So average about 0.6 amp for 1.5 hours. So we put in about 1 amp hour into the battery, and the battery is about 60%. So I would say this battery is about what, 2 amp hour, maybe less. So within 1.5 hours we put in 1 amp hour of power into the battery, and to charge it up to 60%. So we have about what, half of the charge more. So I would say around 2 amp hours. So the capacity of this battery is still full. So we don't lose any capacity of this battery, even though it was very discharged down to what, 0.1 volts. So that means we have successfully revived this battery. Now I want to see if it would work if I charge my phone, because it will mean nothing if it doesn't charge my phone, right? It doesn't have enough juice to charge my phone. So here we go. There we go. It's charging. Very good. Let's try this again. See how many amp it's gonna charge my phone at. So let's plug this in here. Charging at 0.3 amp. It's pretty good. My phone is now 52%. It's increased 1%, so it's working fine. So there you have it, folks, how to revive a dead USB power bank. And what I learned from this is that because it's permanently attached to the BMS circuit board here, it's always going to have a phantom load. So once in a while you should take it out and charge it a little bit before the battery goes dead on you. Alright, and that's all I have for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Let's push this in here. That's it. Looks like new. Now I can remove this axe here.